Pragyan, let's take a look at the English batting performance. They haven't been having a great time throughout this tournament. We saw the batting not really firing. We saw one game where Jos Buttler got some runs, one game where Alex Hales got some runs. The pressure was on our middle order. If India were to win with the total that they set, they needed those quick wickets, they needed the openers. That wasn't coming. Do you think India faltered in any way in terms of bowling changes? Why is it that they couldn't get those early breakthroughs?
I think I could clearly see there was a lot of pressure. If you see the way England started, none of our bowlers could catch up. That's how clear it was, because we have seen a different Bhuvi, we have seen a different Arshdeep, we have seen a different Mohammad Shami prior to this game. That is what I was talking about. When you play knockout games, when you play semi-finals, you need bowlers or batters who can handle the pressure well, and I think they just succumb to the pressure. That's all I can say, because skill never goes away. Skill of a particular player or a particular individual stays with them. It is how well you handle the pressure, and I think it clearly showed that they were feeling the pressure, and maybe the trick was to pick those early wickets. Even the mid innings, I said the same thing. It is not about getting 7 or 8 batters. It is about getting the early wickets. That will set the tone, and it did not happen, and you see what was the result. So that is something which I think Indian think tank need to sit and think about. Why we are not able to handle the pressure in a crunch game, in a knockout, or in a big tournament.
Okay, you saw the game. What do you think went wrong with the Indian team? Was it too much pressure? Because we're seeing, like Pragyan in the studio points out, that pressure is one thing that India have failed to, control in these knockout games in the past few big tournaments.
I don't think we batted very well in this game. I saw Vikrant Paji before the game, and I did mention that if we are batting first, we should score against England at least 200 plus if we are batting first, and that's the thing we did not do well. And against this batting side, I think we should have scored at least 200 plus while batting first. And then I don't think we played the way we should have played the game.
200, interesting thoughts. Maybe because England's batting is their strength, they end up chasing whatever total you set at them. Maybe 200 is what Indian team should have aimed at rather than a past total. Where do you think they went?
Maybe I think it's team selection, because like we need Yuzvendra Chahal, we need leg spinner in this ground, because like we know England batting lineup like struggle with the leg spinner. So maybe if like Ashwin or Akshar Patel, we have one leg spinner wicket taker bowler. We need one, because like we didn't take any wickets today because we don't have wicket taking bowler. So Yuzvendra Chahal is the main key, and we miss out that. So that's the main thing.
Lovely to be in the company of some knowledgeable fans, as they point out, as one of them says, maybe 200, you should have aimed for it. If not 200, maybe 180, 190. And the other thing that everyone's talking about, that is something that Pragyan also pointed earlier in the program, saying Yuzi Chahal not playing. And to be fair to Pragyan, he's not saying this in hindsight. I remember having those conversations before the game had started with Pragyan joining us on those live broadcasts, and he had said at the time that maybe Yuzi Chahal is someone that you should look at. Pragyan, what do you think could be the reason? Try and get into the mind of the Indian team management. What do you think could have been reason why they thought that maybe Yuzi is not the right guy and suddenly Ashwin becomes that guy?
Are you asking me?
I think absolutely it is because of the depth in the batting. That is something which maybe has gone against Yuzi. But you have to understand that in T20 cricket, if your 6 or 7 batters don't get runs, you cannot expect your number 8, number 9 batsman to go and score you those runs. So you have to be a little brave. You have to have your own template. And over the years, Yuzi Chahal has been picking wickets. He's been doing that in and out for you. And suddenly, last World Cup he missed out, unfortunately. And this World Cup also he was there, part of the team, but could not make it into 11. So that is something which I think little surprises me, and maybe a reason for little, being disappointed, because you had the weapon but you could not use it.
Go further back. Okay, plenty more young fans joining me. She has an opinion. Go ahead. What did you?
So India didn't really play well today, and England were very rude to me and other people. It's because like they were singing songs and pointing fingers.
Are you heartbroken?
Yep, definitely.
What did you make of the game?
I did not like it. It's because I did not like it. It's because even when India was versing South Africa, India lost,
Okay.
and then now India lost.